Breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. Lionel Messi is now officially a PSG player. A day after arriving in Paris to sign his 2-year contract, Messi was formally unveiled on Wednesday morning. The deal coming together quickly after it was announced last week that Catalan giants FC Barcelona could no longer afford him. The 34-year-old becoming an unexpected free agent, and PSG, at the urging of Messi's former teammate Neymar, moved quickly to secure his signature on a deal that could pay him as much as $41 million per season. Speaking to the media Wednesday morning, Messi said he's come to Paris to help them win everything.
Good morning. First of all, I want to thank the President for his words. I'm very happy. You all know how was my exit from Barcelona. It's been a very hard moment. After so many years, it was a difficult change. After so many time. But the moment I arrived here, I felt very happy. And I really want to begin the training sessions. I really want it to be quick. I'm really enjoying my time in Paris since the first minute. My family, my people. But really, my only will now is to begin the training sessions. I want to work with the staff and with my teammates and begin this new moment of my life. I really want to thank the President and Leonardo and the whole club for the way they received me since the first day after the press release in Barcelona. And they really were quick in the negotiations, and it's been quite easy, actually. It was a very tricky situation, and they really solved problems. It was not easy, and they did it well, so really thank you for that. I repeat, but I'm very happy to be here, and I have this will to play. I'm really impatient. I still want to play. I still want to win, as I wanted at the first moment of my career. And with this club, the staff, I think this club is really ready to fight for all the trophies. This is my goal. I want to keep growing, keep winning titles, and that's why I come here to this club. I hope we can make it happen. I really want to thank Paris, and it's been all crazy. My arrival, it was a surprise. So thank you again for the way they received me, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy the time with this team, and we are going to fight for the aim of the club. I really want to begin now, and thanks again to the President, to Leonardo, and thanks PSG, and thank you for having me here, and I want to begin now. Thank you. Let's go through some questions and answers. Good evening, Lionel. Hola. AFP, how do you feel playing alongside Messi and Mbappe? It's really crazy, and I'm really happy about that. Sharing the day-to-day life with them, with all the squad. Really, there are some transfers, amazing transfers, so the team is incredible, and I really want to train and compete now because I'm going to be playing with the best players. It's very nice. It's an incredible experience to be able to enjoy this. Hi, Leo, from Le Parisien. Welcome to Paris. When do you think you will be able to play your first minutes in the French Championship? Actually, I don't know. I was on holidays and it's very new. So I spoke yesterday with the technical staff. So maybe I need a pre-season myself. I'm going to begin to train and work, and I hope I can play as soon as I can. I really want to, but I can't answer exactly to your question. When I feel it, when the staff thinks I'm okay, well, then I'll be ready and willing to play. Good morning, Leo, for the newspaper L'Équipe. You said you were very sad about leaving Barca and the joy about arriving here in PSG. So today, what's the strongest feeling? The joy, the sadness? Everything that happened to me this last week has been very strange. It's been hard. It's been quick. It's been emotional. I can't forget what I lived and experienced in Barcelona, but I really, really feel impatient and happy about this new life at sport level and with my family as well. I'm very happy. This whole week I've been going through up and downs. But we are processing all of this every day, little by little.
Lionel Messi, of course, speaking to the media at his unveiling. For more from Paris, let's now bring in CBS Sports soccer contributor Jonathan Johnson, who is there. JJ, 4 years ago, you and I were discussing the arrival of Neymar to Paris from Barcelona. Paris was ecstatic back then. How does this move compare to what we saw with Neymar?
I think that this is a whole other level. I mean, obviously, it was a big deal for PSG to be able to capture Neymar, especially at such big expense. But this, this was on a whole nother level. It was like a carnival outside or some sort of music festival. People lining the streets, and it's been the case for days. Everyone's seen the images of the fans waiting outside of the airport, queuing outside of the stadium. There were people on the streets in and around Parc des Princes hours and hours before the press conference even started, and then by the time that that Messi was ready to be presented to the fans outside, it was an absolute mass of people being stuck in the middle of it. I can tell you, it was very intense, but a massive outpouring of joy. Something that I've never seen for one single player signed by PSG. We've seen similar done for the likes of Dani Alves and Neymar, but not on this scale.
How hard is it to get a Messi jersey over there?
Impossible right now. Already tried.
Okay, Messi said he wasn't sure when he'd be on the pitch. The team plays Strasbourg this week on match day 2. They, of course, they won their opener. They did lose the Trophée de Champion game, the opener, to the league champions Lille. Is there any timeline being discussed, any speculation as to when he actually will make his debut?
Yeah, so obviously Strasbourg seems like it's going to arrive too soon. I mean, Messi himself said in the press conference, as we heard earlier, that he feels like he's perhaps in need of some sort of mini pre-season himself, because he's only just come back from holiday and has barely trained. So, I think that the most realistic opportunities will probably be either Brest or Reims. The match that's really being talked about here in France at the moment is Reims as the major possibility for him to make his debut. And obviously that would be in Champagne country here in France as well. So, potentially quite a glitzy destination for him to be unveiled just in time to go into the international break, of course, with Argentina.
Yes, and that game would be on the 29th of August. So PSG always pressure to win. Last year, they lost the Liga title to Lille. They took a step back in the Champions League after making the final in 2020. So how much added pressure is on this team to win absolutely everything now with the world's 3 biggest stars on the roster?
Oh, absolutely. I think the pressure is huge, not only on Messi, but also Mauricio Pochettino. Pochettino's now got to find a system where he can make this team work and get over that hump in the Champions League. We've seen them get to the final and be beaten by Bayern Munich. We saw them go to the semi-final last season and lose out to Manchester City. And there is a feeling now that PSG, are built and have the experience to get to the latter stages of the Champions League, but they just need that little bit more to take them over the hump and finally get back to the final and win it. And there's a feeling that with the experience coming in from the likes of Messi, from the likes of Sergio Ramos, from the likes of Jorginho Wijnaldum, that PSG now have that strength in depth, but also that know-how within the players, to be able to finally go on a deep run that ends with them lifting the trophy.
Yeah, it's certainly not lacking in experience. 10 Champions League trophies have come in just this summer in terms of the players that they've managed to bring in. Now, Nasser Al-Khelaifi, the president, was asked about how they managed to fit Messi in under financial fair play. And he kind of danced around it, simply saying that, look, we made it work. Jonathan, is there any insight there as to how they actually did manage to do it?
Well, my understanding is that while it will be difficult in the short term for PSG and they have players that they need to move on who are in this squad, you've got a number of players who will perhaps be on the market this summer if there are takers. You've got guys like Pablo Sarabia, Tilo Kehrer, Layvin Kurzawa, Sergio Rico, perhaps even Ander Herrera and Mauro Icardi. But, PSG are confident that in the medium to long term, everything that Messi brings to the club, not just on the pitch, but off it, in an economic sense as well, new eyeballs on Ligue 1, will pay off massively for the club. And, so there's now a bit of pressure on sporting director Leonardo to make things work on the transfer market between now and when that window closes. And then, perhaps PSG will be in a position to really capitalize on everything that signing Lionel Messi brings.
Yeah, not exactly something you see every day, but the president of Ligue 1 actually came out with a statement after Messi's unveiling, talking about what a boon it is for Ligue 1 to bring in a player of Messi's caliber and lauding all kinds of praise on PSG for getting the deal done. JJ, has there ever been a team in France, outside of the national team, that has as much star power as this team that you can remember?
No, this is by far and away, the most glitzy, glamorous and star-studded team I think that's ever graced French football. There have been some very, very good French teams over the years, even before Qatar's time in Paris. But, this version of PSG right now is by far and away, the most glamorous, the most talented. So, there is this expectation that they will dominate domestically and also on the continent. And with Lionel Messi being handed a 2-year contract with an option for a third, I think that there is going to be, this expectation that PSG are really, really the team to beat in European soccer for at least the next 2 seasons.
And you talk about the economic boon for PSG. Nasser Al-Khelaifi said it himself that, this investment is going to pay for itself. So when you look at this particular move, is this now the move that vaults PSG to the top of the list when it comes to the world's biggest clubs from a business and marketing standpoint?
Oh, I don't think that there are many clubs out there who can really compete with PSG at this moment in time. Perhaps Manchester City in the Premier League, but otherwise you look at La Liga, for example, at the moment, where the traditional powers like Real Madrid and Barcelona hugely struggling. Italian soccer as well, not going through the easiest of times, with Inter Milan shedding stars. One of them, Achraf Hakimi, has ended up here at Parc des Princes. So it's difficult to see any club that's really in as strong a position as PSG at this moment in time.
Great stuff as always, JJ. CBS Sports soccer insider Jonathan Johnson joining us from Paris, where he is in the middle of Messi mania as the Argentine officially becomes a PSG player. And you talk about the economic boon. Well, you get Messi, you got all that, and a bag of chips, as it turns out. We're going to take a quick break here on CBS Sports HQ. More on Messi's arrival and signing and unveiling at PSG after the break.